Welcome back to another vlog. Today I wanted to talk really quickly about my New Year's resolution, which is I want to read more this year. I feel like I used to read so much when I was younger. Basically all I did was do sports and read. Didn't really have much of a social life, so that's what I did. And I'd say like middle of high school, I kind of stopped reading so much just because schoolwork got in the way. And ever since then, it's kind of gone downhill. I feel like the last couple of years, I've been reading more self-help books, like self-improvement books. But I think what really brings me joy is reading just like novels. And I think personally, I can learn a lot from any book that I read. It doesn't have to be self-help books. I think self-help books are a lot more condensed. There is a lot less fluff. But novels teach you in a different way than self-help books. I feel like novels really teach me by giving me like anecdotes essentially, right? Like it tells you a story, but then behind that story, there's always like a message that I always internalize. Like I don't realize I internalize sometimes in the moment, but like I feel like every book I've ever read, I've learned something that eventually I consciously realized. That being said, I do want to talk about one of my favorite plays. It's called Death of a Salesman. You guys may know it too. I think in my sophomore year of high school, so I was 15 at the time. Basically, Death of a Salesman is a play about an aging salesman who still needs to provide for his family, and he believes very strongly about the American dream. But it turns out the American dream isn't exactly what he thought it was, and that in the end he didn't end up achieving what he originally wanted to. What he really wanted in the end was to be very well known, and he really wanted to be well liked by everyone. Professionally, I think he really wanted to have that recognition, and he didn't really end up achieving that. Yeah, at the time when I first read this, I was very fascinated by this play just because I felt like it was so honest, and it was very tragic because this guy, right, he had this idea of what he wanted and he chased it like every day, but he just didn't make it. And it kind of sucks because the American dream, right, I feel like what it sells is like if you work hard, you'll get there. And I realized that that's not always the case. Capitalism doesn't always reward hard work. And sometimes it's not so much about working harder, it's also about working smarter. I feel like I'm just echoing my dad because that's literally what he told me growing up, but it's true. I think working hard is definitely important in succeeding, but also you have to like think smart too and try to see ways that you can improve processes and systems. And also I think like the most important thing I took away from this play is more on the humanities side, which is that at the core of every job is like a person. It's not the measure of efficiency or how fast someone can work. I feel like we live in an economy where everything's driven by numbers, data, how fast someone can work, efficiency, and sometimes I think it's really easy to forget that behind every job is just a person, and it's not it's not just numbers. And as people age, they might not be able to work as efficiently as someone younger than them, but doesn't mean that they don't need like the job. I did see how people can get forgotten when they get older, especially when their talents become a little more outdated and they can't keep up with technology, or they can't move as fast and can't work as efficiently as they used to. There's not a lot of representation for older people. I feel like it's always about younger people trying to make it in this big world, but I feel like, sometimes we forget that older people are also trying to make it in this big world, and they might have more at stake because they have people that rely on them, and they have obligations and people who depend on them. And yeah, it was really heartbreaking to read that. Yeah, it's just tragic, like reading how someone is literally just like forgotten by society. And yeah. Yeah, so I'd say that's one of my favorite plays. I definitely took a lot away from that. Even at like 15, when I didn't really know much about the world, I still could understand like how it must feel to be in his position. And as an adult now, and I'm getting older, I feel like I just understand it more and more. Yeah, I hope to read more books like that. Anyway, okay, I've been talking long enough, so I will let you guys go back to the vlog. See you later. Happy Saturday. I am actually going to go visit my parents, and I'm gonna actually try to surprise them. get some ingredients to make kimbap because I want to make kimbap for my family, and so I'm gonna go there and then I'm gonna head home. So yeah, so I just packed a bunch of stuff. So right now I'm trying to finish this book. It's called The Idiot by Dostoevsky. I read Dostoevsky's book Crime and Punishment in high school, and I actually really like his writing. I think it's very refreshing. Bulgogi spinach, damuji, seaweed roll. What else do you need? Carrot. I'll get like 2 carrots. And I'm also gonna get kimchi for myself. Just got back and I'm parked like right outside on the street because there's not enough room in the driveway for all of our cars. My dad has no idea I'm here. I really took for granted how wide roads are out here. I feel like in Philly the roads are definitely not this wide. Like, look how wide my street is. I don't know if you can tell, but there's so much space. Yeah, so now I'm gonna go surprise my family. I can't believe my dad just came outside, got something from his car, and didn't even, he probably just thought it was just a random car. Parked right outside his house. Alright, it's our 2001 Toyota Camry. Hey Dad.
Are you? Oh, I thought you were in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I came back for a surprise visit. Hey, hi Charlie.
There's beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success. Hear my words and listen to my signal of distress. I grew up in the city and know sometimes we had less. Compared to some of my niggas down the block, man, we were blessed. And life can't be no fairy tale, no once upon a time. But I be goddamn if a nigga don't be trying. So tell me, mama, please, why you be drinking all the time? Does all the pain he brought you still linger in your mind? Cause pain still lingers on mine. On the road to riches, listen, this is what you find. The good news is, nigga, you came a long way. The bad news is, nigga, you went the wrong way. Think being broke is better, a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours.
I've just waited for this moment my entire life.
tired from work, I thought I'd cook them dinner. And yeah, look at this. Listen to this beat.
Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh.